Om Jananim Sharadam Devim Ramakrishnam Jagadgurum Padapadme Tayo Shritva Pranamami Muhurmuhu. Narendra was singing. He sang again, O Lord, must all my days pass by so utterly in vain? Down the path of hope I gaze with longing day and night. Thou art the Lord of all the worlds, but I, a beggar here. How can I ask of Thee to come and dwell within my heart? My poor heart's humble cottage door is standing open wide. Be gracious, O Lord, and enter there but once and quench its thirst. When longing for God, the fire of longing enters the heart, it cannot withstand for long. Of course, in the long journey of the soul, lives after lives, a state of matured understanding comes. The impermanency of this world and all joys that we can see is momentary, and behind it stands huge suffering and bondage. Suffering is because every moment we are changing, the world is changing, we are meeting and parting. From the birth, if you go on seeing, as we were growing, the elderly people in the home, grandfathers and great-grandfathers, all they're passing away. As we come to youth and settle down in life, most of the other elders go away. When we are little settled down in life properly, parents go away. So many people who have seen and mixed with, who guided our life, all pass away. And we'll be left here with the next few generations coming up to guide them and move. This meeting and parting on one side and bodily conditions, Jayate asti, vardate viparinamate, apakshiyate nashyati, shad bhava vikaras. It is born, comes into existence, grows, undergoes transformation, declines, dies. This is the life, how we are growing. In the youth we will not know. In the middle ages we are crossing the zenith. Also we will not know. When the sun is climbing down also we will not know. Because the moment and hopes and desires do not abate with the time passing, aging of the body. When the evening of life comes, all the strength of the body starts declining. It is going back, just like a child is now as a toddler, how it is moving, that's the stage of the old age. It is growing reverse order. So, as we are declining in age, we see last as the baby was born and lying on the cot, unable to understand anything. All the memories fail, intellect fail, bodily conditions fail, strength goes away. Every nerve, every muscle loses its strength even to support itself. It will be exactly like a baby born lying down in the cot. Same way we came, we grew, and we declined. Last this evening of life and the befall of night alone we recognize, but it will be too late to understand and think over. There is no time to prepare for even death. So whole life goes away. This is the impermanence of the world and the anityam asukam lokam. It is always inflicted with pain and suffering. Anityam, it is impermanent. Asukham also. There is no happiness. Happiness is only a dream that we see in the world. Whenever they are happy in their house, it is relative happiness. If some calamity takes place, an accident, you will see that peace has gone away. It is not a positive attainment. It is absence of pain, they call it. The absence of war, they call peace. War, there is no kalaha at home. There is no conflict at home. Any conflict comes, that peace goes away. Happiness too. Absence of dukkha, they call it as sukha. Sukha has positive entity they have not attained. If they attain peace and bliss as my own, has gained. If it is permanent, if dukkha comes also, this sukha will not go. If it is a positive entity, it will not go. It is a negative entity, just like light is there. Absence of light is called darkness. There is no positive entity. Darkness is not a positive entity. When light comes, the absence of light was there as darkness. Absence of light is called darkness. There is no darkness called an entity. Otherwise, when the light comes, we must have seen slowly running and fast running of the darkness. It is absence. Light comes, it is not there. It is the absence. Like that, the happiness the people experience in the world is only appearance, the absence of dukkha, they call it sukha, absent of war, the kalaha, problems is called. After realizing God, we get that. Huge suffering comes also. They are not, it doesn't affect. It is like I'm in the ocean of happiness, a huge dukkha is coming on the boat. Nothing happens to me. I am ocean. The dukkha is going, unaffecting my peace, unaffecting my happiness. So, attainment, mukti, all these concepts, realization, liberation, and all these mean attainment of the positive bliss, positive peace, which never goes under any condition. In Bhagavad Gita, he calls it as Gurunapi dukkhena na vichalyate. You will not be moved by huge pain and suffering also. Because you are standing there, both good and bad, right and wrongs, happiness and misery, all he is standing below, above all that, independent of all that. So it doesn't bother him. If you accept happiness, you have to accept the suffering also. If you go beyond happiness and suffering, they are equal. Otherwise, they are never equal. As long as you are in dream is real. When you wake up from dream only, dream is unreal. How we weep and laugh in dream. How we are afraid. A dog chasing in dream. How you'll be running to save yourself. Some fire accidents, how you'll be suffering because of that small burn. When you wake up, nothing was there. So, whole thing go beyond, transcend, so that you are not affected by it. Wake up to realities. That's why the term is called truth, reality. When you compare, waking is reality, when we compare it to dream state. Why do we call it reality? The moment you come to the state of waking, the dream disappears. Oh, it was a dream. The same thing happens when you enter into Turiya Sthiti. Crossing the Jagrat Swapna Sushupti, when you enter into Turiya, Savikalpa, Nirvikalpa and other samadhis, when you enter, then the whole world, I was seeing a world which was never there. That's why when you come back, the state is called Vyutthana. When you come to waking state or normal state again, Vyutthana, you will see the world that you were seeing is missing. World as God, on which you are imposing your understandings, your vasanas. He is my father, this is my mother, this is my child, this is my property. All this, the world is separate from me, all other jivas are separate from me. All this was there just because of identification of body. With the body you are identified. That was causing all these differences. Now when you wake up to reality, you are not that body, nor the world that you are seeing as body or remained. Nothing remains. It is zero again. What remains is God. When the show ends, what you see is only a screen. So that longing, Narendra is having that longing. When longing comes, the whole thing, worldly longing, the heart of heart, it knows, I am trying to hold it only for sake of pleasures. And it is going to be, he's experiencing every day, the joys that he gets is momentary. Though it is momentary, he runs after that, for that one moment of enjoyment. Eating, take, how the children long for a candy or a chocolate. How whole life as if, and it never satisfies. Go on eating, go on eating, go on eating. There is no saturation, there is no end. But it is momentary. Like that, any enjoyment of the world. So longing, the heart knows, by chance, is able to understand, then it reduces. If he doesn't want to bring it to the understanding level, want to maintain himself at the lowest level of seeking it, then you get it momentary and the consequences also come. So in the heart, it knows all this is, how many chocolates I ate, all that went away, where are they? I am seeking new and new. This heart understands, which reason cannot recognize. So if he doesn't get by any chance, he will not be so much bothered. Suppose a child which was longing is kidnapped by some enemies. When they keep him there away from the parents, you give him kilos of chocolate, he doesn't want that. He wants his parents. Longing stops, you see. But that is not the case here with respect to God. With respect to God, the whole thing is different. With respect to God, when it comes, longing comes in the heart for God, then it is irresistible because it is going to end all your problems once for all, and you are going to get established in eternal peace, eternal bliss, and eternal freedom. So that eternity from which all your problems are rooted, how can you leave it? So before the longing comes for God, all other things have come down. The value of this world is zero. I don't want anything in this world. Zero attraction. And whole attention, whole being is pulling there. If I don't get it, I don't have an alternative. Just like when we renounce the home and come, we will see that we don't have an alternate to go and occupy a place, alternate where I can get a shelter. No. I've left forever. I've entered forever. The rest of the life this is purely Indian concept. Once you accept a guru, once you accept a place, once you renounce, the vows cannot be revoked. You cannot go back against these words. So this is the, when an Indian girl gets married, there is no divorce in the Indian, this one. Hindu Dharma, there is no divorce at all. Rest of the life, whether good or bad, right or wrong, they have to live together and spend the life. So this coming back, mother's home, taking refuge elsewhere, is not acceptable to Hindus. Those who want, because the aim is not happiness of the world. Aim is transcendence from all suffering and bondage, transcendence from the nature. By avoiding a small problem, a life's problem, you will not be able to release yourself from the series of lives and suffering. It continues. So whatever happens, let me finish off in this life. Let me bear and divert all my attention to go in the path of realization of God. With that woe, that vision, it moves towards that goal. That is the longing Naren is depicting here. That's why he finishes before Thakur's passing away. Now we are in 1884, September, August, September, exactly 11 months from now. Thakur's Mahasamadhi. Within that, Thakur is going to give him all that he has to give. Now you see his condition is, he has not got any grip on the spiritual life. The longing he is expressing is of a different type. I am struggling somewhere now about 3 years over after since Naren is coming. 1982 or so he comes. 4 years he'll be with the master. Within that he has to finish his whole realization up to Nirvikalpa, the highest one. So that longing is expressed. So Thakur is going to guide him through because of the longing. Anybody longing for anything, whether knowledge, music or this, that you cannot force. Motivations cannot be induced or forced in. Motivations have to come from inside. For that we have to wait and wait and wait. The Guru waits on and on and on for the disciples proper conditions to come before he can instruct and give. The motivation in any field cannot be given. They will forcibly do, but not from the heart. Because I am forced to do, I am doing. But to come from within is the real thing. Here, longing for God is what is coming from deep within. Look at the birds. O Lord, must all my days pass by so utterly in vain? Days are, why vain? Because in spite of struggle, in spite of efforts, nothing is happening. When we in sadhana spiritual lives, years after years we pass, we don't find any light anywhere. Last, as if we are totally in dark, that everything has failed, everything is missing, all hopes have gone. Then comes the realization. The dark nights of the soul has to pass through, and then the light comes. But we have to do struggle. Intense struggle to realize God. May it take whole life, at the end at least. If that enlightenment is got, it is sufficient. Pass by in vain because I am struggling in spite of all my dedication and struggle, sincerity and efforts, nothing is happening. Down the path of hope, I gaze with longing day and night. How does the life pass? In a cycle. The sadhaka's life, a little love, hope, they go, and faith, they go in a triangular spiral. A little increase in love for God increases the hope. Hope increases the faith. Faith increases little by little, it goes on increasing. Faith, hope, the little increase in love, I will be realizing hope. Hope again increases faith in God. Faith increases again hope. See that slowly the three vertices of this one are increased little by little by little till the realization. And till that point is reached, we'll be in darkness. The darkness is very difficult to understand. And am I wrong in my sadhana? First question, am I doing rightly or not? Am I in the right path or not? Or am I not eligible for this? So many doubts come. Am I not eligible? I'm struggling, I'm doing all things that I'm supposed to do, but not yet. Am I wrong? Or is it only what scriptures and enlightened soul is only to keep us engaged in proper way of doing good and living a good life? There is nothing called realization. Is that so? So many doubts come, all when the hopes dissolve. Oh, the faith also goes away. Love remains in spite of all darkness, a little love, because it is divine attracting the divine. So it cannot part from each other. It is like water. Water touches water, it absorbs. Just a drop of water, a small flow of water comes, it immediately joins it. So that divine, spirit, that bond is always there. So love totally doesn't disappear. It remains after all failure in the dormant state. It is not expressed. Hope dissolves. Faith also dissolves. But love remains, because love is my original existence. Atman flowing through heart we call love. All other things of my part of existence belongs to the nature, but not love. Om Shanti 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 Harihi Om Tat Sat Shri Ramakrishna Arpanamastu.